Hello, we're back. It's funny because we're only gone for like 5 seconds.
But you don't know. We could have been gone for weeks, months, days, years, millennia.
I could have.
The way I'm gonna try to do this is days. So. But that, once again, uploading process might take a while. Rendering videos is not gonna take me nearly as long as uploading them here.
Right.
My eyes are
You
bleeding.
still have to end up uploading them.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to say that.
Yes, you're on the clinker scatter.
Yeah, which is funny because I think they assume that you're not gonna have 200, but I can totally go this way now. If you're good enough, you can explore this game rather quickly and rather fast, which is another thing I like about it. In Tui, I was like, I never knew you could actually collect all 10 jiggies in the first world. Like,
oh yeah, right away.
Right away. I was like, but apparently you can. I did it the last time I went back and played it. I was like, oh, yeah. I never knew that. I sucked as a kid. God damn it. I've been going back to all my old games recently and 100%ing them and just tearing them apart. I did that with Super Mario 64. I 100%ed recently, and Paper Mario I also 100%ed.
I was gonna say, do you think that you, like, when you go back and play games that you played as a kid, do you do better now or better when?
Oh, I do way better now. Yeah. I feel like I have a better mentality when I was playing as a kid, and the only reason I'm as good as I am right now is because as a kid I played it for shitloads of time.
Yeah, for me it's a bit different. Where when I was a kid, when I played it, I was probably better, but after having long times of playing it. Well, now I'm probably worse, but can adapt to it quicker to get back to that point.
I'm also has a like almost like a critic kind of mentality. I am very aware of like game like just details and stuff, like little details that are like really nice and like developers just put in there as like a nice detail. And it's like honestly extremely nice to go back because like these pictures in the background of like you won't see that in another fucking game. On a wall for no reason.
Like even like in Tui, they had all those cameos or all their past games on there.
Yeah.
Like I just love how they did that.
Somebody literally drew the stupid ass face and like we're gonna make that a wall. But this is another game where I get my sense of humor from. I lost it honestly, sadly, after I discovered the glory of penis jokes. Everything went to hell. Fucking wankers, man.
What do you get when you take 13 eggs, put them in a bowl, stir the fuck out of them? Penis! I totally butchered that joke, but whatever. Okay.
I'll take it.
It's a penis joke.
Okay, so this is going to be interesting. This is Gruntilda's sister, and she will tell you 3 secrets that I'll just have to try to remember over the playthrough of this game. And you use them in the quiz show at the end of the game. Yeah. Grunty wears a flea circus. I wonder which word we should focus on.
Ew. She just said a flea circus under that repulsive dress of hers. That is disgusting.
She also has a nasty pet dog whose name is Leg Chopper. My sister sings in her own band, Grunty and the Cauldron Crew. They're awful.
Sister's kind of a bitch.
Yeah. She's like supposed to be like this really like good person and shit like that, but she's super backstabby. But then again, Grunty's a
gossipy bitch.
Also, I think Grunty's one of the best females in gaming. Just gonna put that out there. Just gonna put that out there.
If you think I'm rather soft, I'll be waiting in the loft.
Yeah, she rhymes crap.
That's really so many things can be taken from the spaces between her words.
I don't want to.
And it's disturbing.
Whenever I want to talk about the controversies of games, I'm very hesitant to do it because I'm like, I don't want to take a stance on shit like this.
I don't care. I think it's funny.
But it's that's very funny. But it's also like, don't be a pussy, Nick. Just fucking state your opinion. It's like, okay, fine. There's this whole GamerGate thing you guys know about, right? Like feminism and
the GamerGate.
I think it's bullshit that they want to censor stuff. But you know what I don't think is bullshit? Put more girls in gaming. It wouldn't be an issue if we had more. Yeah. We're very bad at that. Like, I understand. Like,
honestly,
it's funny because most of the characters I design for like games I want to program and stuff are girls because I think they're more interesting characters because I've been watching anime and boy characters fucking suck in anime. They're very misogynistic and they suck. They're very bland characters.
Honestly, I've seen a lot of stuff about that, and it's like it's such like it's it's always. It always gets blown so out of proportion because it's always the smallest.
We are not going to mention names, by the way,
right,
at all.
It's the smallest fractions of both the extreme sides.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Collide, and then they get all of the, the attention. So then everybody thinks that it's everybody that's saying it, when really it's just a small percentage of each side.
I know gamers.
There are so many people that wouldn't care either way. Like it's not. It shouldn't be this huge. Like they should just.
There's so many issues. This shouldn't be allowed. It's like, well, one thing you guys probably know that I'm super against censorship of any kind at all. Yeah. Oh, I don't even censor myself, motherfucker. Ow.
Well, and that isn't entirely true. There are some things that you censor yourself on.
Well, that's
very few.
There's a difference between racial slurs and something like this.
But that's what I'm saying, though. In some cases, censorship is necessary.
And once again, I don't think this would be an issue, if, at least in the U.S., if we didn't have a bad history with this shit. Yeah. We do have a bad history about this, and you can't ignore that we do have a bad history about it. I have 3 sisters. I would be destroyed if I ignored the fact that we had 3. My mom is very proactive, too, but even she kind of thinks that it's like, who cares at this point? Because I don't think it's the fact that, because games like Senran Kagura, they are built towards a specific audience. Yeah. Horn dogs, essentially.
Also, those games, the developers of those games have shown themselves to be very self-aware as to how stupid they're being.
Yeah, they're funny.
They do it on purpose.
I saw that
because
recently.
They think it's
Have you seen the VGA videos? Yeah.
There was just they're so shameless about it. Mm-hmm. I'm literally just stealing words from another YouTuber, but I don't give a shit. Fuck Fraser, fuck you. But it's so shameless that it honestly doesn't bother me at all. Mm-hmm. I do understand it. I understand why people get upset about it. I'm not going to pretend like there's no issue here. I understand it. Yeah. But I think that the issue is not the fact that let's take out shit. I think the fact is let's be better about creating a girl protagonist. At least create more. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I love Shantae. And it's like, Shantae seems like a very sexualized character, but she's actually a very funny character, but because of her outfit, nobody's going to be like, oh, she's really funny. She's like, oh, she's just a sex. It's on my desktop because I love Shantae so much. The game's so good. Yeah. It's a platforming genius. Way Forward is so good at games. But it's one of those issues. I do understand both sides. Right. But both sides are also so asinine that they won't listen to each other that it makes me like, fuck you guys. I'm such a middle. It's like, pick a side. It's like, I do. It's against your guys' side.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I picked the side that's not on either of your
There are good people on both sides. Yeah. You cannot. You're going to be like, there's no good people on either. It's like, this side is awful, or this side is awful. It's like, no, they both have, they're fighting for different things, it feels like. They're fighting against each other when it's...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's because of the lack of compromise. Nobody wants to compromise. Everybody just wants to be right.
I think the side that's, against the whole GamerGate thing is people that don't want censorship in the game. They don't want stuff to be taken out because a bunch of people that they don't seem like they're super into gaming want to take it out. And I'm not saying girls aren't into gaming. Girls are definitely into gaming. Yeah. We know them.
Yeah.
It's and they're just afraid they don't want to lose this. It'll be gone forever. It's just something that's being taken away that hasn't been taken away before. And I honestly hate censorship, so I can stand by that. Mm-hmm. But I also stand by the other side where there is not good female representation. Mm-hmm. Especially with Lara Croft in the new ones is fan-fucking-tastic. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know if you guys have played it. I haven't played it. I've just watched Adam play it. She's such a good female character. Mm-hmm. She's so good. And I brought this up because of Gruntilda, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Gruntilda's the antagonist, and it's like, oh, she's a bad girl. The girl, of course, the girl is the bad. She is such a funny, smart villain. In fact, I think our main characters are dumber than she is. Mm-hmm. But she's such a great character. She's so funny. She works in the environment. Ukulele, that's the one thing I am afraid of. People are like, oh, the music, oh, I want it to be like the original. Fuck off. Grant Kirkhope is amazing at making orchestrated music. Mm-hmm. Nuts and Bolts is the proof of that. Mm-hmm. I'm more worried about, I want an antagonist that's just as good as Gruntilda. She's one of the best.
I'm sure they'll get to a point where...
I'm sorry for the deep talk, guys. We're not being funny at all.
I'm sure they'll get that right.
I'm not apologizing to you, Jordy. Fuck you.
I'm sure they'll get to that
sorry,
antagonist like that, but I don't know it'll be in
You
the
guys can talk.
exact level as Gruntilda. Like they'll.
No, I have total confidence in their abilities to do it. I'm just
like
I'm just sad that Gruntilda's trash now.
Mm-hmm. But like in that like stature of how what kind of a character like she fills in, like I'm sure they can definitely do it. It's just different way.
What?
I thought I heard a fart.
No, it's the couch.
Okay.
I'm rubbing my arm against it. Your couch makes weird noises.
I'm sure it does.
I'm absolutely serious. If I was lying, you'd know.
We hate you, Cole.
I know you don't.
Forever. No, it's the couch talking, bro.
Dude, I wasn't. I was talking to the couch. I don't know what you're talking about.
Any final thoughts on that, guys? I'm sorry. I talked so much during that.
No, it's fine. Just
I find it very interesting.
I agree.
I just don't like talking about it because people get super pissed about it.
And
like we're never gonna get anywhere if we're just gonna get pissed at each other about this.
I agree that there should be better female representation.
I don't know how you guys feel about it either.
I also feel that
I'm the same way.
it's it's just like politics. When both
politics so hard.
When both extreme sides exist, there's not as much chance for cooperation and compromise.
That's actually a bigger issue that people get more pissed at me about than that. Is that I said like we should get rid of the two-party system, and everybody fucking got really mad at me. And I understand that too. Because why would you get rid of something that we've had as tradition? It's the same reason we should change the Constitution, but I guess whatever. Like hundreds of year-old paper should dictate our lives. Whatever. That's another very controversial stance I have. Sorry. It's like, Era, I know your political agenda now. I'm very, like, I try to be as open-minded as possible. I honestly do. Like, I don't, like, especially when it's, like, to business things, like, what we should do to improve the economy. I am not the person you're going to go to. I usually am very strong about moral issues because, well, fuck it. Moral issues are part of my everyday life. I'm going to try to be a good person. I am the incarnation of Jesus, after all. But,
you're gonna catch a lot of flack.
I'm Catholic, I can't. This has been a very, very heavy episode.
I don't care. It's fun.
I'm like sweating because I'm like, I'm gonna get so much flack for this, and everybody's gonna hate Nick.
Nobody's gonna give a shit. Doesn't matter. You'll catch flack for a day, and then nobody will care anymore.
I think both parties have good people. I think they have really stupid people. And the stupid people are just louder than the smart people. I'm talking about the Republican Democratic Party right now. I'm not talking about GamerGate.
Yeah.
I can't even keep my story straight. Okay, I'm also interrupting your final thoughts, guys. I'm super sorry. I'm just super passionate for no reason. I say I hate talking about politics all the time, and then when I start, I can't stop.
It's the one thing that the world's always gonna need is See, you get so mad.
I know.
You get so mad.
I'm so passionate.
No, but that's...
I am gonna get so fucked by how passionate I am.
Shut up, you plagiarist. No,
I've made that joke way before they did.
I know. No, it's just, the world needs more compromise, and we're probably never going to get it, because there's so many people that think they're right and don't want to be wrong.
My throat hurts.
And they'll argue to the death that their viewpoint is right.
Way to take a stance there, Cole.
It's like the argument, you're entitled to your opinion, it's not my fault if it's wrong.
Yeah. That is another thing. People really, it's mostly in the gaming, like, just like, when you talk, it's the YouTube comments, not gonna lie. And it's not like these YouTube comments, it's like when I go to videos and people are like fighting about, like, I don't like this game because it does that and that, and then somebody says, oh, I do like this for these, and they're like, no, it's wrong. It's like, what the fuck, bro?
It's like, it's an opinion, it can't be wrong.
There's the same people that get defensive when people, like critique their opinions, though. And I'm like, if you can't take the critique, you have no right to critique somebody else's opinion.
Right.
That's just the way of life. I try to be so mellow.
And that's why...
I try to be so mellow, guys, and I'm so mad right now.
That's why the whole freedom of speech thing sometimes just doesn't work. Because it's like, well, if everybody's entitled to what they want to say, then all you're going to get is a bunch of shouting matches.
Once again, I'm totally for pro freedom of speech. But then again...
well, yes, but
there are people that ruin it for the rest of us.
Right, and that's what I meant. There's always going to be someone that's.
I'm also not a conspiracy theorist anymore.
That's so. There's always going to be someone that's more outspoken than everybody else.
Tell people.
If everybody doesn't like their opinion or likes their opinion, then they're going to get attention or arguments or whatever.
Yeah.
Just the
It's essentially like almost like a retread of what I just said.
The world isn't a happy, sunshine, all the time place.
I like to believe it can be, though. God damn it, no, we're so deep! I'm so deep in you, Coin!
I know, I'm sorry, I fucked it up. It's my fault.
Maybe we'll change gears in the next episode.
Yeah.
Mario, see you next time. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna cry.
Don't cry.
Titties.